So he's not exactly sure where they're at. Back over here, Terrorblade runs in, has meta now. Doesn't want to necessarily fight this though. Timbersaw gets ridden up by the Ancient Creep. Now out comes the meta. The Lotus Orb going to be applied, but he splits it off. The Primal split, can't blame him for that. Timber chain in, Sammy Boy's in trouble. He does have a Sunder though, going to be stopped by the Centaur. Nearby, who can he Sunder? You see the Limpus keeping his distance. He does not want to get Sunder. The line open. The Sunder, no, he couldn't get it off in time. Almost, but so close. Not enough. Darkseer now, he's being run down with the Timbersaw.
Double damage PA.
Who do they catch? They're probably going to start sieging.
Sieging is right, because this is going to take a million years for them to actually break high ground. A million years for them to actually break high.
Tanking the towers, but not so good at killing them. Okay, well that works.
Diving tier 4s.
Why not? Well, maybe this is why. Timbersaw.
Good
Miracle
wall
being pulled in. That wall is doing some work. And the tier 4 tower, tier 3 tower even still have a life left. And they have to get out. Even despite both the DK and the Terrorblade being dead, they cannot really capitalize as far as an objective goes. They get some damage in, however. Gotta think that's the end of that, as a couple of them head this direction up to the top lane. Stone's coming for Phantom Assassin. They're smoked. Oh, never mind, that's Shadowblade. The team was moving her back behind him as if they were smoked, but he was just up front with a Shadowblade. Miracle. He's gonna go in. He gets found though. Remember, he has an Aegis.
And BKB.
So, Nushan realizing that's not going to work out. See the Disco Ball's out. It's going to pull back in Lich. Timber Chain to get the kill on him. Only dead for 25 more seconds.
Tier 3 goes down.
Kill. Oh, over here, Brewmaster. He has Primal Split. He has a gem as well. See Timbersaw. Oh god, that surge. They're like flying around.
Yeah, they just don't have any damage really.
Their team left just so tanky. Death goes in, gets feared up, Gaze to pull in. Gonna get the split off. No, we cannot. The gem drops as well. That's a big kill. They did lose the melee racks. I believe the Lotus Orb reflected once again on the Chain Frost.
It did, but didn't bounce very far.
Alright, well they got the melee racks at least. So the very slow siege is successful in that sense for Complexity. Now they're going top.
Team has some pretty serious damage issues right now. This Dragon Knight really not scaling into anything. And without the Chain Frost and a really big wall from Brax, Sammy Boy just he can't compete with the PA and Timbersaw's damage right now.
Go on the Halberd, and again, never be disappointed in that against a Phantom Assassin, but obviously his own damage output is hurt because of that. In fact, P is going to jump him right here. Not really go for the kill though, just scare him a little bit. And we'll just continue to farm. As he TP's away. Terrorblade wants to finish that BKB. 2200 gold saved up. Farming his own jungle currently. I go back to Timbersaw as well and see now bots on him finished. So much armor. The Lotus Orb and the Crimson Guard. So no Bloodstone. That is interesting. But he is tanky because of all the armor.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. There's really not very many kills happening. Only 21 kills total in 26 minutes, which, I mean, it sounds like a decent amount, but it really is not compared to how most games have been going.
Team trying to find their space again. It's not easy though. The map is having trouble. They got a couple of wards in their jungle on the Radiant side, but the most comfortable at farming it. Shadow Blade activation. 343 is pretty far up. Sentry right here. They know Ryoya's there, but gonna go for him at that point. And the slow methodical push will continue from CompLexity. Triple stifling dagger now leveled up from Phantom Assassin.
Limp is showing bottom, so this would be an opportunity for them to fight without the big body, but window closes and CompLexity reconvenes in the bottom lane.
Line 3 charges now on that ultimate. Plus 150 damage. He almost got his blink dagger as well. 100 more gold or so. Finish that. What's on the courier? It's the Basher. Being delivered to Phantom Assassin. Obviously, Team knows that they just have to wait for CompLexity to start sieging once again and then break out that big team fight. Get a good Darkseer vacuum wall combo. Have the Metaform activated and just go ham.
Yeah, I feel like Silver Edge quite valuable here, but Ryoya also needs this BKB before he can really do much. So they're still gonna have some problems for a while here, Breaky.
Yeah, true. But if you can manage to get the Silver Edge, then between Timbersaw and Phantom Assassin, fantastic item to have. But you are right, that's well off at this point. Although Timbersaw
very alone
is, you see Terrorblade hiding. Limp is too aware.
And this smoke is extremely obvious now as the mid racks falls to creeps. Nobody in the base, clearly.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They get some tier 3 damage tower damage on the tower, even at the top lane, before eventually Radiant comes back and Mike's my counter warding in the process. Amy Boy just gonna jungle farm over here. He's working on an MKB now. As a disconnect. Paused just before. But again, team, they're the ones that are up 1-0 in this best of 3, trying to go to the minor. CompLexity going to force the third game, and this game has most certainly been pretty good for them. A nice steady increase. Upwards of 17,000 net worth lead now at this point.
Yeah, they just really got that last pick Timbersaw in a perfect spot for the hero. And when you get something like that, it's very much like the last pick Brood, last pick Huskar. Really difficult to deal with. And they just don't have any answers for it.
Go ahead. Yeah, they need the BKB Silver Edge on Dragonite. So at this rate, if we keep this pace up, I mean, another 20 minutes or so before that's going to be pretty relevant. But by then, you'd figure CompLexity has been able to break through again. It's a minute and a half before the next Roshan. Very likely going to wait for that. I don't remember. I think it would be the second Roshan in this game. Yeah, it would definitely be the second one.
Yep.
At this point, Radiance for Brewmaster being worked on. Suppose why not? Got his Star on the Blast, has the Blink initiation. Not really playing defensively this game, so more damage always nice.
Timbersaw queuing up a Hex. Fighting Sammy Boy for the runes. Gonna get both.
Or going the way of CompLexity, so you see that lead even increasing about 2,000 net worth there. Still running up to Sammy Boy. Sammy Boy sunders him, but obviously Timbersaw doesn't care. He's gonna keep going.
Possibly a mistake.
Yeah. He's gonna have to BKB for this. Oh no. Oh, that was close.
Things get from bad to worse, and you gotta believe that CompLexity is gonna look to force the issue now with that BKB on Terrorblade down.
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack.
Yeah, Roshan, 20 more seconds. Good to do that. You have DK's up here just farming any bit he can, but now he's found. So what's going to start happening in the disco ball? Ignis Fatuus pulling him in. He's dead. So that BKB stalled a bit longer.
And Limp says, we've got 2 catapults, guys. Follow me.
In they go.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Frost shield's annoying. Fortification on top of that though, so a little awkward. Flexion pop, the Darkseer wall, a lot of illusions coming out. Timbersaw's gonna run on through, and Timber Chain away. They won't get the tier 3 tower.
They have access to Roche, and it has respawned. And they have forced all of Team back into their base. Nobody farming the lanes.
Oh yeah, Aegis and the cheese coming out. MKB delivered to Miracle in the meantime. So his damage output, of course, that much more impressive now. We mentioned the MKB on Terrorblade. Almost there. Easy Rush trying to look at that. A double damage ring spawns right next to them.
Double damage.
Perfect.
Yeah, Phantom Assassin picks it up. They see Terrorblade over here now. No vision in the area. You gotta work down here though, so if he goes in that area, they might see Terrorblade by himself. For now, they're heading towards the top lane, waiting for the one shot or heavy damage from the coup de grace. Miracle just kind of runs on up and gonna kill a tower with that double damage easily.
Yeah, lack of Spirit Vessel definitely. Oh, they have one on Nushin. Okay, so definitely pretty useful against the Timber, but that Lotus Orb making things even more difficult.
Yeah.
And that full hex as well. I mean, they really can't approach this guy at all.
Now Miracle, double damage wears off. They just head towards the bottom though. You got Terrorblade finally throwing it back, and as he does, he gets hexed up. Terrorblade, BKB, he'll be fine. Lotus Orb, Miracle just charges in. The disco ball's put down, locking the supporting caster around. Miracle going for the Terrorblade. Not enough damage to kill him though. Lion did die, he bought back immediately. Lich has stained it for 25. That's a kind of a zoning Ignis Fatuus right there. Despawn, however. Walls down from Darkseer. Her Spirit went too deep. He gets taken out. Miracle having to fall back. He was a little deep himself. The Crimson Guard buff helping him out though.
Limp, still at full HP, full mana.
Yeah, no, he doesn't care.
He's just tanking hits from both the DK and the Terrorblade.
He's running in circles. The troll is real. 3-4-3 with the Finger of Death doesn't actually get the kill that time around, but Timbersaw goes back in. Terrorblade down Thunder. They might get a turn kill right here. They sure will. On to the Brewmaster. Now Timbersaw, no, he eats the cheese. He's fine. Timber Chain away. Yeah, Miracle going back in. Pops a Manta Stout. And Viz not going to save DK. He buys back. Obviously, team fighting to the bitter end, but this is going to be another Rax kill easily on the melee rack. Sammy Boy no setup for 20 more seconds. And there's the big crit. Just drops Ike's mic in the middle of the fight. Going after Terrorblade yet again. Another BKB charge. Stifling Dagger in. The surge at the last second keeps him alive, but you got to think team will realize this is over. Although the vacuum into the fountain. Okay, Lion's dead. That's it, though.
Very small prize for what has happened to their base. And yeah, this last pick Timber proved to be just too much.
Absolutely. I mean, let's be honest, neither side has the most damage outside of Phantom Assassin. That's what makes this so hilarious.
Yeah, they're all just hitting each other. Nobody's dying. Oh,
He's dead.
Gonna die.
That's 90 seconds. She's out for you. I mean, team really is fighting this out, and you know what? They are going to stay alive. They're going to hold off. They get the PA eventually after the Aegis, and reason in that to stay around. Again, no mega creeps just yet. I guess the bottom range racks is the only one left.
Yeah, top range racks did go down to the creeps while that was happening. That 3-minute fight in the bottom lane. They do have 420 HP remaining between them and mega creeps.
So CompLexity going to reset things. Yeah, Brewmaster, the Radiant's not going to come that much closer. Timbersaw, I don't know, what does he get now? He's already got the Hex on the 2,300 gold saved up for him. Obviously, plenty could be opened up. Phantom Assassin will be able to get the Abyssal Blade soon. as he comes back up. Meanwhile, Terrorblade with an MKB, the butterfly in the works, they kill the mid-tier 1 tower. 36 minutes in, that goal to make up there on the Radiant side.
Every little bit helps. Sammy Boy does have that MKB, has the BKB, going for butterfly next. Interestingly, still opting to go for the butterfly when PA already has an MKB. But just opting for that being the highest damage increasing item that he can buy.
Brown Ice Mike.
Mike, no!
Award. Yeah, he got a Sentry Award for this, worth it. Okay, he's TPing back. He still needs the recipe, so he finally buys a Mithril Hammer, but no BKB even yet. Oh no. And he wishes he had one now. Finally, pushback. That disco ball is great at zoning like this. You see the team, they want to help him so badly, but they can't. But again, right, he's just too tanky. Surge keeps him alive. They're gonna go right for the range racks. Fortification comes out.
Awkward wall.
Oh yeah, very straight line there. He pulls him in with a vacuum, but there's the racks getting destroyed, and that now means mega creeps are spawning for Complexity. A lot of illusions throughout this fight.
Sammy Boy healing Timbersaw while he hits him.
That's Surge on Terrorblade as he goes for it. He's going for the Sunder. Oh, that's a Lotus Orb, buddy. AKA it does nothing.
This Surge Terrorblade is something else.
He just scoots along. Yeah, he had the right idea right there, trying to throw it up on a Timbersaw and of course get him to half-life, but obviously not gonna work. Little Lotus Orb. I just don't know what else to say at this point. Yeah, they're
Game 3 pretty inevitable at this point.
yeah. I mean, they get a limp to half-life. It's that was a crystal spot by Terrorblade. He's gonna go the Daedalus route. So speaking of just needing that damage, running in there, the lack of actual killing continues to be the case, but the objectives are being done. The creep is pushing in farther. There's a kill. Terrorblade burst at 80 seconds. He's out of the fight with no buyback. They will catch our Spirit as well. And Chain Frost bouncing around, but again, not necessarily a big deal. GG is called. Complexity will take the second game. The grind finally comes through. And we got a game 3 on our hands. For a minor spot. Only makes sense.
And why not?
Yeah.
Radiant team Dire team ban. Radiant team ban.
Representing the North America region. CompLexity versus Team tied at 1 game apiece. It all comes down to this game number 3. I'm Breaky CPK, joined by Elevator once again. Again, this is it. CompLexity in the previous series, they also dropped the first game only to win the next 2. Is that going to be the trend here, or will Team show back up and take it here in game 3? All right, those are the questions. We're waiting for some answers now. We do have an answer on a first pick hero, and that's the Spirit Breaker coming out for CompLexity even. So this is tough for Team because it's like, do they pick a Darkseer now without that combo?
Yeah, let's get after it here. Final game of this qualifier for the native region, and CompLexity goes back to one of their most comfortable heroes, the Z-Freak Spirit Breaker. They love this hero. Definitely are going to look to pair it with the Death Darkseer. Be a matter of whether Team gives that over to them or not.
And yeah, allowing them to first pick the Spirit Breaker, like I was talking, it's, you really don't want to, I mean, picking up kind of a naked Darkseer, I suppose they did the last game, but we saw really, it's okay. I mean, it's not like bad, but I don't think he's higher up there on that tier list when he's not paired with a hero like a Spirit Breaker. You know, maybe a Phantom Assassin, I suppose, that hero that could just really get in there quickly and do work. So they're no doubt thinking about that right now as they settle with the Terrorblade. That's not surprising. Do they go the Darkseer, or do they just give it up and go something else? Because, you know, if they don't pick it here, it's 100% going to be a Darkseer for CompLexity. Yeah,
and got to give a little credit to 343 there. I think that the Mana Drain was actually pretty impactful, because it looked like it was going to be a high pressure lane with the Earth Spirit and the Darkseer together, but then Darkseer just kept running out of mana and couldn't do the Ion Shell.
Well, they do go the Darkseer, so now are they going to go back to that strategy? As you're mentioning with the line, or dare I say Chen coming out. We've already talked about how that works and what could be from it. For now,
10 seconds.
now I'm not sure where CompLexity is going to go.
5 seconds.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
now we're just lost. Well, so much for that combo.
I mean, I assume they probably pick up one of these high impact carries. Yay, still in the pool.
I was gonna say, let me guess, Phantom Assassin, yay. Arc Warden, I don't know if Miracle necessarily plays Arc Warden himself.
Surprise, surprise.
Okay, we thought we were away from this whole like stale meta as far as cores go, and ladies and gentlemen, we're not.
Nope.
Not. Terrorblade PA is very real right now.
Yeah, no Grimstroke available. Lich is still in the pool. We're definitely going to see a Lich on one of the teams. Almost 100%.
5 seconds remaining.
I mean, something to combo with the Darkseer, I think, in team fights a little bit better than they had last game, where it was just kind of like Darkseer. I mean, they had the Chain Frost, but it's not the best. There's just too many targets when you bring everybody into the wall.
Dire team ban.
Yeah.
Radiant team ban.
They did have the Earth Spirit pairing last game too. That was last game, right? It's been a long day already, but yes, that was last game. To go with the Darkseer again, specific in that laning phase, but that goes back to that whole line, the mana drain that he was doing from the early game. So, yeah, on paper, it's there as far as the harassment, but yeah, you're right. When it comes to team fight, could use a big follow up. Earthshaker, Sand King, 2 heroes that maybe come to mind. like a Jakiro. Jakiro could be fun. Macro fire on top of that, and dual breath and everything else. The ice path. You got a Phantom Assassin who's susceptible to magic damage before BKB.
10 seconds.
I would be amazed if they picked a Jakiro here. I don't necessarily think it's a bad hero, but has not been prioritized whatsoever so far.
And after last series, that final game, who knows?
DPC points on the line. They're going to go with what has been working thus far to get them here.
Yeah. And that's definitely a hero that follows up nicely with the Darkseer. Granted, it's going to be a support, isn't it? Support's yanking. Not the off lane. As much farm.
10 seconds.
And we'll probably lane with the Darkseer. And a similar idea, of course, you throw the Iron Shell at him and be annoying. Hell, he can hide in that Sandstorm with the Iron Shell. That also sounds extra annoying.
Or IX Mike, former off-lane pub star. Will he be playing the Darkseer support?
Pub star? You mean TI competitor?
I mean, Team Liquid standout IX Mike. Off-laner.
Mustache. I wasn't listening to what you're saying. What did you say about what do you? I was caught up on the name.
I don't think he's going to be playing the Darkseer support.
Oh,
but
yeah. Probably not. But yeah, I mean that's a valid point though. Again, has history of playing these offlane heroes, so could be comfortable playing him in a support role if it comes to it. I don't, maybe because it was more of a takeaway pick than an actual pick that they really wanted, right? Like that's fair to say.
Yeah, what was it offer as a support, really? I mean, the Surge is nice, I guess.
Yeah.
There's that Lion pick.
Yep.
Worked out pretty well for him in the last game.
It did.
The Bane. Mid Bane. But yeah,
Bane.
likely Sand King support.
Mm-hmm.
Bane support, Darkseer off. Just need Roy as hero. Another tough one. Ember Spirit looks pretty bad against Spirit Breaker Lion.
5 seconds remaining.
Pugna doesn't look great.
Well, they still need the offlane for complexity. I'm focused on that right now. Centaur is there. Let's go Abaddon. I mentioned that earlier. Shield wouldn't be bad this game. I do not have much time. They're really down to 10 seconds now. So whatever.
Dire team bad.
I hope not. Oh no. Yeah, I'm with you there. That's oof. After that first game, I mean, several factors came into play, yes, but it's still a walking ultimate essentially. When it's used, they have a window.
10 seconds remaining.
But they like the Tide Hunter, frontliner.
5 seconds remaining.
It's fair. Feel like, yeah. I mean, the lockdown and I will say this too. The lockdown around Tide Hunter's Ravage is much better too. You got a Lion, of course, very good himself. Spirit Breaker, even to an extent. So yeah, let's not. The first game maybe was a bit of an exaggeration as far as how bad it looked.
Radiant team bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Radiant team pick.
Ooh, they banned the Broodmother. Yeah, it would have been pretty good right now. Yeah, true. I mean, sure, yeah, heavy magic. Never a bad thing to have against Terrorblade, of course.
5 seconds.
They banned the Pugna. I could see it. Tinker also does a lot of magic damage and very good against Terrorblade. Ember was banned, so yeah, they can't go him either.
5 seconds.
Another good hero that's good at hunting him down, maybe like an Invoker. Catch him. Monkey King, but great against BA. Yeah. I like it. Let's get it. I'm sold. Pick it up. Let's go. Conka. Good hero to finish it. Setting up for a good final game here. No, it's awful.
You may now select
Ooh.
heroes.
OD. Save against Spirit Breaker and PA jumping in, so the imprisonment will be pretty good. Not the answer to really catch Tinker, though, necessarily. So the landing phase, yeah. Terrorblade versus Phantom Assassin. Coming at you. We got the Limp Tinker though. Hero that another one that's you know, not necessarily, it's not on that tiny or TA list, but we know of course he plays. Here's OD. We have not got the chance to see much OD in the event. You know, there are some opinions that suggest one that's people are realizing the power of the hero a little bit more. Equilibrium. Yeah. A little different. Here we go. 3 best of 3s. CompLexity. It was a 2-0 series for the first one, but this is their 8th game in a row, and again, they're going one after the other. There really isn't many breaks even between the series. But CompLexity coming into the final game, at least give themselves the best chance here to go to the minor. Obviously team though, hoping to say something about that. And here we are now. We got the Tinker for Limp, gets this ward down immediately. Did place his ward first, however, this ward, I don't think it even spotted OD, to be honest. So
nope, he was out of vision when he placed his.
Be down early on, at least for now, pending again, we see a lot of these mid wards though, so still wouldn't be surprised to see an eventual sentry come out and take care of it. In fact, Lion has a sentry on himself,
as does Z-Freak on the Spirit Breaker.
Lion being drawn around the middle area,
and team looking to get aggressive with Sammy Boy in the off lane on Terrorblade so far, pairing him up with the Bane and the Sand King. That's a lot of kill potential early on. PA, a little bit harder target, but Lion definitely susceptible to getting gone on early.
All right, so again, the trial lane down here. Sand King gonna hide in the trees. Right now it's just 3-4-3. It looks like CompLexity is rotating a bit. Tidehunter, he's coming bottom. Merkel's going to the top, so clearly CompLexity got some kind of information. See what's going on.
Brax playing in the safe lane at the moment, maybe anticipating the switch. This is a little nice for Z-Freak. He gets level 2 pretty early, or a little experience anyway.
Nusham, it's a level 1 Burrow Strikes. Again, not the greatest range, but if Lion goes a little bit further to the right, then he's in trouble, especially with that Earth Spike. But no, he's not going to move over there. It's almost like he's suspicious. Somebody might be there.
And this will be interesting to see. We haven't seen the Sand King played anything other than as a offlaner. So, see how he skills this one.
Yeah, and going the Burrow Strike first already different, but of course understandable as a support. Oh, 3-4-3 is trying to snipe the courier. Going back, but now he's in a dangerous spot. Let me run down, but he'll be fine. Too far away. Be worth chasing. Going back on the Tide. Anchor Smash has been leveled by him. And similar to the first game, he picks up the Stout Shield, so no Kraken Shell presence early on.
Yeah, but no meta. Getting some last hits. Goes Gush. It's level 2. And 3-4-3 rotating in. Ix Mike gonna take a bunch of damage here, but should be fine.
The middle lane OD versus Tinker. 9-2 Tinker right now. 6-2 OD. 7-2 with the Aspel Imprisonment kill. Top lane, he got the double Iron Shell out from Brax. Or is he solo up here? I'm gonna charge in and gonna deal with this Iron Shell, but Brax says, come at me, bro.
Yeah, Miracle's still CSing very well, though. Top 11 charts at the moment. Misses one under tower. Hits the other one.
Bottom again. But yeah, without the meta, I don't think they're actually threatening a kill. On a Tidehunter especially.
Regen rune bottom. Nobody spots it out. No wards down there.
So you expect Sand King to just stay down here? I honestly thought it was going to be more of the first blood, but yeah, this is an aggressive trialing in the end. Darkseer do his thing top lane.
Yeah, I mean, Darkseer doesn't need any help in this lane, and Sand King plus Bane and the Terrorblade have kill potential, so they want to make sure that they still have that in play. Going to be somewhat under-leveled then for the three of them, but they'll take that trade and probably rotate Sammy Boy up to the top lane once Brax gets off to a good start.
That Bane falling right as he was just about to go down. It looks like Tidehunter just happened to catch him and run him down with that Gush. And the Anchor Smash, so first blood does come out for CompLexity. I was watching the rotation mid, but doesn't really end up in much. Bearbreaker heading back towards the top lane, but Brax already running away. I think this ward might have spotted that charge, so gives him the information necessary. He's gonna purchase that Soul Ring, of course, and more efficient use of the Iron Shells. Lion at the bottom lane. Gonna be slept up. Nusham choosing not to stun in. Curious about that actually, but yeah, figured they didn't have enough damage.
Yeah, he's looking to just get some last hits instead.
Death running over and being an issue too. Ooh, yeah, that's the level 1 Burrow Strike, man. It's such a short range, and Nusham might be dead because of this.
Or C3 says, mine's bigger.
Sarah Spike is a little longer, yes. Thanks, Mike. Nice turn with the stick. And he'll be good. Simply keeps on walking. But yeah, Sand King put himself in that position. Nusham wishes he had a second chance of that one. Does suffer the death, though. Going back to the middle matchup. 20 and 4 OD versus a 22 and 7 Tinker, so Limp is managing the slight lead when it comes to CS right now. It's 5-minute bounty rune spawn.
Mike snipes it. He's gonna grab the second one.
They get all 4? They did.
Did.
Wow. Impressive there. Spirit Breaker even TP's out, but very impressive from Team. All 4 5-minute bounty runes. Their favor. Advantage from that. And we already see OD go on the Tranquil boots, by the way, too. Again, we talked about that when we saw CCNC doing it. He had his logic. The health regen especially seemed like it was the biggest thing.
Yeah, it seems to be the popular way to play the hero. Figure eventually into that Yashikaya, gets the attack speed and movement speed from that as well.
And you see right there too how he's so good against Spirit Breaker. Still imprisonment. Stops him in his place. Sand King is going to find Spirit Breaker, but don't know much he's going to be able to do about it. Sand King does have 2 observer wards in his inventory. He'll be on a mission to get those down eventually. Z-Freak also with 2 wards. They're both trying to be deceptive against one another.
Illusion.
The Dire team essentially is letting Phantom Assassin free farm this top lane though. I know it's still early on, but you figure Bane and Sand King might want to look to address that in the near future.
Yeah, he's already level 6. This is very early for Miracle.
Big clash down here, no kills though.
Constant brawling. They are doing a good job of letting Sammy Boy get solo experience, but at the same time, supports on both sides are actually quite underleveled, as would be expected from a tri lane.
Terrorblade, yeah, 38 and 19 deny, so that's very impressive as well. Tinker's gonna head over to the jungle and pop a shrine over here. Get some march down perhaps for the jungle camps. Fortunately, we got some mud golems. Not the most prime.
Yeah, Nusham's still looking to find a purpose in this game, it feels like. Gonna head to the top lane, and they're gonna bring Brax down to the bottom lane. Nusham gonna take over and try and catch up in levels. Very important that he gets some more levels in the Burrow Strike and Sandstorm, both extremely strong abilities, and he needs some farm to get towards that Blink Dagger as well.
Brax is bottom. Darkseer, surge up in 1 second. He's gonna activate it right here. They're running after Death. He is not level 6, yes, so no Ravage, but yeah, they're going way too deep for this, just for the Tide Hunter. It still has plenty of life.
Miracle's here.
Miracle coming in as well. Z-Freak also charging, and all 5 heroes are here now, and all of a sudden Terrorblade's one in trouble. Laser on him. He's definitely dead, it looks like. Rocket,
Surge,
no, not
Sunder.
just yet. Yeah, the Sunder comes out, so never mind. Like, definitely, I mean, not really. Brax, can he get out? Surge in 1. He'll be able to pop it, and after all of that, nobody ends up dying even, so I guess not the worst thing ever.
Space making Terrorblade.
Yeah. That's and everyone was over Complexity, and you still had Nusham ended up going to the top. OD, of course, farming middle, so I think team maybe not too disappointed with how that turned out.
Yeah, definitely. And Roya picks up a haste rune. Gonna go farm in the jungle, however.
Ravage is ready now. Might come into play here, and although not needed against Spain. A free kill on him, so 3-0 start for Complexity now. Almost 9 minutes into this game, still no kills for team.
A very awkward laning stage, I would say, from both teams. Lots of fighting, but no real kills in the bottom lane, and now you have this over-leveled PA, under-leveled supports. Limp though, farming quite well. Gonna have that boost of travel and another 600 gold.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and then you have Tinker. Mention he's the boss coming along nicely, and of course then the blink after that is where Tinker really becomes the hero that he wants to be. Death is just gonna body out Sand King at the top. Port Sand King technically. Darkseer pulling the creep wave. And smoke play from team. Got the question mark into the Radiant jungle. We are at the 10-minute bounty rune's about to spawn. I'm trying to wrap around here. Yeah, Merkle. He's too quick to react, however. I don't think he realized how everyone was here. He just went to go farm. And he goes down. So that smoke play works out beautiful. Team.
Is under attack.
First kill of the game at 10 minutes, but they'll take it.
Yeah, it's going to transition into a tower push. 343 is here. He does not have enough mana to get rid of the illusion with Hex.
That Terrorblade. Of course, now with the March starting to spam out and rockets online for Tinker, it's not so easy, so they will have to give up the push attempt despite 4 heroes being here for Team. The top lane, I'm watching OD with a double damage rune. Is that a kill? It is. Ends up killing Titanor by himself. This OD is starting to go off, right? Oh, he's almost 5,000 net worth now. Topping the game, he's level 10, the first one to do so.
Yeah, he's just playing his own game. This is very bizarre. Usually it's him playing with his team and Sammy Boy being the one on his own, but this OD been giving infinite space so far.
And Bane is going to see Z-Freak charging over.
Is under attack.
Canceled anyways, though. But yeah, OD's now pressuring the tower up the top lane, and obviously not the greatest at hitting buildings necessarily. Ravage is ready for death. He did just use imprisonment, but it's coming off cooldown quickly.
OD is smoking this Tide Hunter every time he comes up. Slamming him with an arcane orb, stealing more int. Tide getting pretty stupid pretty quickly.
Really is, actually. Down to 22 right there. Well, that's Sanity's Eclipse. Bound to do plenty of damage right now.
Yeah, OD with 55. Starting to tick down.
He's gonna see Titanor coming back up, and if he gets a TP,
I don't even know if he needs a TP. Oh, here's a TP from Limp.
Here it comes. Oh yeah, they're baiting this for sure. The Ravage even coming out. Can they kill him in time before the 10 is the Eclipse? No, the Arcane Orb auto attack to banish. There's the Eclipse. He gets the kill first. However, OD will fall, so you knew it eventually was coming. But they do kill right. Oh yeah, that's a big kill for CompLexity.
Attack Dire are scanning.
Yeah, punishing him playing this solo game, but I'm sure Death was like, come on, guys. Just a little sooner.
And that's what he sounds like? Honestly, I don't know, so.
No clue. I 100% doubt that he sounds like that.
Yeah, Nusham, level 3 Sandstorm. Yeah, he's just passing in the Caustic Finale, of course, makes sense. Being a support hero technically this game. Titanor will come back to the bottom lane, and Blink Dagger is still going to be a bit off. Wonder if he goes to Blink.
Nusham gets a Blink Dagger at 13 minutes because he had all that time in the top lane. That is a very fast timing.
Oh, yeah.
Enable them to actually start taking fights much earlier than the Lion has a Blink, much earlier than the Tide has a Blink. So now Team actually has the superior initiation.
Another smoke play. Again, Sammy Boy's part of it on Terrorblade. He's got the meta ready. Sunder as well. Heading towards middle. They would like to find Tinker, of course, but that's a very difficult task. He's going to TP back to the middle lane as I say that. They're pinging him out. Yep. I'd love to catch him. Sand King. The blink. There's the Pearl Strike. It hits. Equilibrium is up. The laser coming out. Limp. Can he TP away? Just as much damage as possible, I guess. They do kill Tinker and Nusham. The Sunder coming out. Sammy Boy just in case, but he dies. Oh boy. I mean, he kind of kept Sand King alive, I guess, but dies for it. Z-Freak.
The altruistic Sunder comes back to haunt him, as we've seen it do many a time to the likes of Eternal Envy.
Yeah, I mean, these carry Terrorblades. Gotta stop doing that, man. I mean, you can't sacrifice yourself just for the support hero.
It is interesting, though. It does kind of feel like Team is looking at this game as if Terrorblade is not their position 1 because of the Tinker, and they're playing OD as that one that's going to carry them. And Terrorblade will simply provide building damage when they need it.
Yeah,
kind of an interesting approach.
And it makes sense, though. Again, that's adapting to the game, right? It's not your every single game. You don't necessarily need to do the same exact thing. So, why not? You mentioned the Tinker pick being the biggest issue, if anything. So go OD instead as farm priority on him, and it is showing. Kaya, he's gonna have the Kaya and Yasha, as the game calls it, I think.
Yep. Yep, closing in on that, and especially once he gets like BKB in either a Hurricane Pike or a Blink Dagger, he's gonna be able to catch the Tinker and kill him himself.
Tinker, rockets coming through from the distance. Banish is put up. They lose Bane with a crit. Surge applied to Ryo. Get him out of here, says Brax. Puts down the wall. Gonna slow them down as well. More rockets flying in, but rest are fine. New shot. He's still stuck. Where's the Sunder? No, he's in trouble. Oh my god, he's out of range of the March though, and he barely lives again. He's gonna be able to blink away. Whew.
Playing on the edge. There's a charge onto the Darkseer, but Z-Freak gonna cancel.
Yeah, that's not gonna work. So OD goes right to the top lane, delivering out the Yasha in full. How's Phantom Assassin doing? All right, almost has a Demon Edge. Oh, her Battle Fury's getting close.
Yeah, not the best timing, not the worst. He is 2-1 and 0, 100 last hits at 16 minutes into the game. 0 crits on Brax. This will be a crit here. That pseudo RNG gonna pay off. You don't crit for 7 or 8 attacks, you can pretty much expect one on the next one.
A good find in Darkseer. And they'll transition that into the bottom tier 1 tower. He has enough for the Demon Edge now. He's just gonna go to the shop and purchase it, or he thought about it at least. Let's go more last hits before he does. Bane is setting up with a Fiend's Grip ready. Yeah, if he gets some TP support, this Phantom Assassin could be in trouble. Spiritbreaker's charging elsewhere. He's going through the middle lane. He sees Terrorblade. He's going top lane though. And
Terrorblade coming over. Gonna run into PA here.
Phantom Strikes gets out. It looks like Ix Mac was actually hunting for him. Unable to find him though. So the tower will stay alive. Top lane. They jump. That would be Z-Freak. Can he get out? He sure can. Never mind. Hammer comes down. It's a big cooldown, but does get the kill when they weren't going to.
Yeah, remember, this is essentially the carry in this game, so every kill important.
Terrorblade is found though, and that's a Finger of Death, so 2 charges for Lion now. Plus 100 damage.
Tinker does have his Blink Dagger online now, so much harder to catch.
King's hiding. Death, he saw him go in here, I think. Yeah, he's gonna find him. Now Nusham could be in trouble. The Banish. On Tidehunter, Sand King still hiding in the trees. Not worth a Ravage. Oh, what's going on over here? That's another strike going to be used. Bane is caught rotating over. He has a sleeve. He's going to throw that up on a Phantom Assassin. There's a Ravage, though, and down goes PA. They catch OD as well. Going to get Prism in the self. Yes, he can at the last second. Isn't enough in time. Darkseer puts the one on the vacuum in on top of the other side. He surges out. The OT on top of that. Death is more than likely going to fall as Z-Freak goes down too. Here comes the meta form of Sammy Boy. Tinker spamming from a distance, as you'd expect, but they lose the PA and Tidehunter in the midst of the fight. They also lose Z-Freak, who was trying to run away. That timing was so perfect. The Astral Imprisonment came in a clutch time, and Darkseer's combo. That was pretty.
Yeah, great teamwork by Nusham and Brax there to save that fight. Roya almost going down. Really needs to get this BKB before he can fight into the Tinker and the Tidehunter, but at that point he becomes pretty unstoppable until the PA gets a lot more farm.
Yeah, and he's well on his way. He's got an Ogre Axe, 1,300 gold saved up. So BKB, very realistic here in the near future. Terrorblade's also going one of his. Help answer, of course, this Tinker, who's no doubt getting plenty of farm now.
Pipe complete on Brax.
Great item this game. Pretty necessary against a Tinker. That's what I was gonna say. Tidehunter. So Tidehunter does go the Blink Dagger, and I don't know. How do you feel about that? Because I'm sitting here and thinking they could really use the auras themselves, and things like the Guardian Greaves, even, or Pipe, Crimson Guard, whatever. On that sense, because I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it was necessary this game, I suppose.
Now, it's a little hard to say. Right now, he's just queuing up the refresher immediately afterwards. So just relying strictly on the Ravage and the team fight to carry them forward, win them these team fights, lock down enough for PA to kill everybody. PA going for the BKB next. It's going to come down to that initiation, really, because the BKBs will be online for the Terrorblade and the OD, and if they get double Ravage before the BKB, the fight's over. But if they can pop them, then Death is basically a useless hero.
Yeah. So it's more of an all-in style. Tinker middle lane, working on the 8th of lens. You think he goes for the axe this game? Or is he going to go for more upfront burst, something like a Dagon?
It's going to be hard to say. I think the next few minutes are going to determine what direction he goes. Ags, obviously very good against Terrorblade. He does queue it up. Maybe not making the read that Terrorblade isn't actually the bigger threat. It seems like maybe... I mean, even so, Ag's good against OD as well.
Yeah, still a good item. All right, catch IX Mike. Zephyr was charging on through. The Darkseer wall goes down. Vacuum pulls in a Miracle. The Epicenter on top, right on top of the wall. The Sanity's Eclipse laying down the hammer. Gets the kill on PA. Zephyr trying to charge back in. Brax, he surges away. They take out Nusham with a finger of death eventually.
Ravage was used though, and Roya was not hit by it at all.
Coming back in. Oh,
he dead.
That's
Z-Freak, he also dead.
Stupid animation, man.
Oh, he gets away.
Is he? No, not so dead. He's out. Charged pretty good. So yeah, surging up the OD.
Gotta love it.
And now middle lane. Z-Freak runs into Terrorblade and ported in, pops meta. Couple of auto attacks. Oh, bulldoze stays alive. They want double damage though in front of Roshan. You know they're gonna go for it now.
Yeah, 100%. No Ravage. They don't have sanities, but they don't care.
Yeah. No, they just use
gonna go down very quickly. Limp could get down and lay down some marches, but he's not gonna get there in time.
They're coming. South Thunder, BKB ready to go. It seems dangerous for CompLexity to try to force something. Sammy Boy does pick it up. Zephyr was charging in, but obviously going to cancel before he gets there.
And Miracle's struggling. Now. He's still quite a ways away from the BKB, and it shows. He just is like paper in these fights.
And it's a case, too, where BKB for him isn't really going to be an answer. Still have the Fiend's Grip locked down, still have plenty of damage that goes through. He is going for it. And it's still necessary. Tinker. Yeah, he has queued up the Axe.
OD has the Shivas queued up next. Very good item against PA. Provides a huge amount of int as well. Also pretty good at finding Tinker in the woods. So I'm really liking this OD pick this game.
Yeah, no force out for Blink though to try to catch up to the Tinker. That's the one thing that I'm noticing about his build that could be a bit concerning. Because we've seen Tinker in these fights already that have happened. He's just able to sit back there without much of a threat, it seems like.
Yeah, that is true. At the same time, if you look at CompLexity's lineup, they do have a Spirit Breaker, a PA, and a Tidehunter, all of which who want to jump forward. And so Roya is happy to let them jump in and then just Sanity's Eclipse on top of them. Doesn't really need to catch these heroes if they're coming to him. But yeah, the Tinker will become more and more of a problem if they don't address him. But they do have Nusham, who, you know, has a Blink Dagger. Is going for a Force Staff next. He's going to be able to find Tinker in the trees pretty easily.
30 move speed talent picked up by Ryoya as well at level 15. See that with the Tranquil, he's running at 486 movement speed. Then we've seen the surge on top of that. Oh, he flies and zips around.
Yeah, it's actually pretty nuts. And he can farm ancient stacks now with this new AoE Arcane Orb. That's ridiculous. This hero seems quite strong.
And more and more evident. Despite the initial reaction. Certainly one that start seeing appearances from, and competitive play at least. Terrorblade queuing up a blink. Again, continues this idea that he's not this hard carry. He's not the position one. Finishes S and Y. They want to jump in and create chaos. You can send her target off. Pop reflection.
Yeah, and he'll still do his job. He'll still take down towers. He still can become the hard carry, but he doesn't need to be yet.
And here, that was Tinker. Blinking out though, or any chance of catching him. Bane hiding nearby, hoping that maybe they get lucky. See if Tinker does go back in or not. But with OD and Terrorblade showing, probably not. Too risky.
Miracle farming top. Getting closer to that BKB, but needs a few more creep camps. Tier 2 bottom falls. Uncontested.
Dark Sierra mentioned the pipe from earlier. Guardian Greaves on him. Heavy aura build. They smoke up in the Radiant jungle. They were not seen. There is no vision there. From CompLexity.
They get scanned,
Nice
however.
Scan though, jeez. That was really perfect. Yeah.
885 movement speed.
Those wings. So get all 4 bounty runes again, and now have a 5,000 net worth lead currently. Take a look at the chart. CompLexity has had their favorites throughout this game, but ever since on the 20-minute mark, it's been dipping a bit in favor of Team 5,000 now. The OD leading the way, working on that site still. 2,200 gold saved up. Line plus 3 now, so 150 damage on top.
You really love this new finger mechanic.
Yeah, I keep an eye on it, man. I assume it doesn't factor in, so when I look at the Finger of Death, it's just the base damage. And then you add on the charges that he has.
Newsham has caught Z-Freak.
Did he charge out? He's going top. Oh, he's slowing down though, Caustic, and he gets pulled in by the vacuum. More intelligence for OD. Z-Freak's out for another 40 seconds.
Can you imagine if they made Arcane Orb like Slark's Essence Shift? He just became the new Silencer and also stole Int.
Never know, man. Might be the way they're going. And 3 different things were introduced this patch. Finger, the Slark, and Underlord. Gonna become a thing. Yeah, that level 25 though, the Arcane Orb Insteel. Duration. That's down the line, we'll see.
Miracle is getting close to that Desolator. Needs one more Mithril Hammer. He's gonna run into Salmon Boy up here, but they're just gonna go their separate ways. This Tide Hunter closing in on the Refresher. And he is kind of their main form of initiation at this point. Blink Dagger still a bit off from the Lion.
Yeah, I mean, Tide Hunter has been farming decent, and you mentioned the Refresher. It's 30,000 gold saved up, so he will have double Ravage. And you know, if this game does continue to go on, and very possible for level 25s to really start kicking in, that's that cooldown reduction that he could pick up. He's going to be a Ravage machine at that point.
250 damage with your Anchor Smash that attacks everybody. Thank you very much.
I suppose there's that too. Something tells me he's likes to see the other.
25% is pretty high.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
They run into each other. Hello! Awkward engagement.
They run away. They're not the fans of one another. So obviously with the reclaim, another 2.5 minutes before Roshan's up. Team just trying to take control of the map. On the Radiant side, Terrorblade will find a double damage rune over here, which he pings out. He doesn't actually pick up. Just leaves it for now. I assume somebody's coming over to get it though. Yeah, the bottle on Brax. He'll come bottle it up. Or give
rather
up.
drop it for Sammy Boy. And this could translate into a tier 2. Although Sammy Boy just continuing to farm. He's going for that Scotty next.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Has the blink dagger to close the gap. Follow up.
Yeah, Limp's got the gold for the Ags. Limp hasn't really been able to push the greatest though.
He's mostly just been in D-push duty,
Yeah.
keeping these waves out in the bottom and mid while his team plays around top. He's farming pretty well though, but still being surpassed by this OD, which is pretty surprising. Although this new Arcane Orb, we keep talking about it. That's what it's all about. You can clear creep waves fast, you can immediately become a strong hero.
All right, so he has the Ags now picked up middle lane. Phantom Assassin. It's fine. Almost has her Desolator, by the way, but staying alive here. Level 20 is just around the corner, too. Stifling Dagger triple. Nope, new Sham.
They were sitting under this ward, so.
Okay. Oh, yeah, they definitely know.
CompLexity very aware of what Team's doing. It's going to be revealed.
Inscript, there's the Ravage coming out. OD popped his BKB, but the big crit hits him. Drops to about half life. They picked up Lion, Bane dead as well, so an eye for an eye on the supports. New Sham ready to go back in there with the BKBs. Running their duration, wearing off. Double damage on Terrorblade, by the way, too. So it's best for CompLexity to stay safe, and obviously Tinker just continues to do his thing from the uphill.
The second Ravage is available. Only popped one because the BKBs did come out.
I don't know if he showed that yet, by the way, if he just got the refresher after the fight.
No, he had it in his inventory when
Did he?
jumped in.
Okay.
Yep.
Either way, it's not going to catch them off guard.
Very uneventful engagement there, despite
Really
the fact.
Might kill top. No, maybe not. He stuns out. He did not stun Limp, though, and finally another strike comes out. However, Tinker managed to blink in time. He's going to get away. Nothing to stop him. Terrorblade cannot. And charge
another
down
Ravage.
Z-Freak. Another Ravage down here. They catch OD. He threw down the hammer, but it wasn't enough. And Z-Freak's still in.
Run.
Back Dykes. Mike is going to die. Sammy Boy comes back in with that surge and throws up Reflection. And then Jets on out. But yeah, didn't even see the rest of the team support coming in there.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And Darkseer, he's got with a Hex. Or Spike. No Ravage this time around, though, but
Limp recharging. He's going to come back in here. Oh, no, he's going to go push out bottom. So they disengage. But yeah, the OD kill is pretty big. So Ravage on cooldown for 2 minutes. Refresher on cooldown for 2 minutes as well.
it's that window now from team that they have, but Roshan is up. So if you are a team, I gotta think that's appealing, right? You have double Ravage that's on cooldown. Not gonna be better chances, it feels like. I suppose a pick would be nice too, but Odie's up in 5, we'll see.
As the Shivas queuing up a Hex Neck, does seem like maybe a mobility item would be useful. He is relying pretty heavily on that high movement speed, which is pretty insane.
And they are going to go for that Roshan as expected. Again, Ravage down. That's enough of a reason to do so. Radiant scans them.
They're going to head over. KP available. They do have the Tinker here as well.
45 seconds before Ravage is ready. But yeah, Tinker, that is true. He can still be annoying. Oh,
Dev
okay. No Ravage, but got Anchors matches the post. BKB pop from Mario. The pull back on the vacuum. Arcane Orb's doing part with the crits. Popping out from Miracle. Sunder on a Z-Freak from Samurai. Back to full life. Miracle is going for that OD. beelining for him. Pops the Astral Imprisonment with not much life. Triple Cycling Dagger, but PA is dead. In the midst of it, too much damage from Terrorblade. She buys back, as does Spirit Breaker. They do not want to give this up, does CompLexity. Bane also buys back on the other side.
However, go in right now.
Yeah, Titan are staying dead. His Ravage is coming up, going on 6 seconds, but of course,
Sammy Boy getting very low.
cannot buy back.
No
Roshan's gonna
thunder.
fall. Sammy Boy picks up the Aegis as he dies, so it's gonna come back up. The cheese is still there as well. Who snatched it up as Z-Freak goes into no man's land. He's gonna be taken out. Tinker now has to get out as Sammy Boy's in hot pursuit. Falls
Very
back to the
awkward.
base.
Dire's bottom tower
Really
is under
was. I
attack.
don't know who got the cheese. Oh, it looks like OD does.
And
Yeah.
3 buybacks expended, but only 1 support on the side of Team. Mike.
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 Dire's bottom
Buyback,
is under
but the Miracle buyback is huge.
Radiant's middle tower is under
PA
attack.
falling farther and farther behind where she'd like to be.
Fallen.
It's Terrorblade now top net worth.
Yeah, his MKB, he was dealing plenty of damage right there. He saw Phantom Assassin in the midst of the fight, and he was beelining towards that OD, which is understandable, but that meta form of Terrorblade was just doing the same thing to him. Obviously, Terrorblade won that battle in the end, but also CompLexity, again, in hindsight, mentioned going in. That's the reason they went for Roshan, was because they knew double Ravage was on cooldown. And you could just tell the difference.
Death jumped in just to be a body. He was able to get the early BKB pops, but ended up just kind of feeding his life away, and they lost the fight anyway. So
Double Ravage is ready. Got to be careful to choosing your engagement if you're team. OD. Oh, the BKB reaction. Sanity's Eclipse goes down, but he blinked away before as he popped the refresher. That was a very interesting interaction. So both sides end up using a pretty big ultimate there.
they have Ravage again.
Hell of a reaction from Ryoya. I believe they saw them. We had that information at least, but still. Goes back to, yeah, it's not that instant hit, it's the waves.
Yeah. Now the blink up on the Lion, definitely a better form of initiation. I'd much rather just commit a Hex as opposed to a Ravage to start a fight.
There's a Tinker Ward down here, by the way. Appropriately named this game, especially. Placed by Team. Bane's hiding him out, waiting to see if he does show up. Now limps up top. I mentioned the Scythe is 4,100 gold saved up, so that will be coming. The multiple sheeps from him. OD's also working on his. The Mystic Staff's purchased.
Mike still hiding in the
Yeah,
trees.
If he comes bottom, he's probably dead.
Plenty of follow-up for this Fiend's Grip.
It is tempting right now, but nobody is showing, so Lim's playing it smart. Where's he going? He's going back top lane. He has support up here. Yeah, he's just going to keep pushing that out for now. So how patient will Team be?
That is the question. Tinker does have buyback.
Where is he going? Back top. Yeah, he's just going top over and over again.
He's going to try and force them to respond to this top wave before he even thinks about going bottom.
Well, isn't that something? Pew, pew, pew. Better luck next time.
That voice line.
Yeah, and he knows. He knows that they're bottom as they all show.
Those mind games. Darkseer almost has a blink dagger, by the way. But yeah, back to the top lane yet again. And so far from Team, nobody is responding to it. They're eventually going to have to. That creep wave getting close to their base. Terrorblade got an Scotty now. Yeah, Terrorblade, I mean, he's been top farm in the game for a while now. 23,000 net worth. So OD was that earlier on, but it's now been the Terrorblade show.
Radiant's bottom
At this
tower
point.
is under attack.
But on the
Yeah.
other side.
Roya, still a threat. He's definitely slowed down quite a bit. Not done with his Hex yet.
Yeah, the Hex on Tinker. Absolutely a big item, of course. Being able to spam it. Yeah, look back at OD though, right? Yeah, it's Scythe is great. He still feels like he could use that blink or the force staff, the hurricane pike. Needs that kind of jump.
Even pretty good disengage against the PA and Tinker as well.
Yep.
Death has the refresher off of cooldown now, so 2 Ravages are online.
Middle tower is under attack.
Teams both just kind of opting to shove in the wave, reset, shove in the wave, reset. Neither one of them really feeling that comfortable taking a fight, unless it's completely on their terms right now.
Darkseer has the blink. Take a look at some levels. Terrorblade at this point is going to be the first one to hit 25. He just hit 24.
They're back to this spot, camping the bottom lane.
Yeah. Eventually he's got to come down here. And Tinker, he's got his team support up here at the top, so something tells me he's just going to keep doing the same thing. Seeing how disciplined is he?
Yeah, just waiting for Limp to go into autopilot mode, but so far, not happening.
Smoke. There is no vision down here from the Radiant side. It's just simply he is not falling for their trap. Although I think Team's tired of waiting. They're going to head towards the top lane. They're going to try to catch him up here now. It almost seems like they're going for it. Like, all right, fine. You want the top lane? We'll catch you up there.
Dire are scanning.
They already got their Tinker Ward.
Question is, do they split it up? Do they put 3 top and 2 bottom? Cover their bases in that way? There's a haste picked up by Roya.
And now Limp is being extra patient. Nope, cancels. He sees Terrorblade at the top lane now. Just gonna stay until he feels safe. Wow, he pinged exactly where the Tinker was. I guess it's not that crazy. I mean, it's really the only spot, so. Here comes 343. There you go. Yep, that's what we thought. Good heads up.
Has enough gold for that Hex.
Get there to buy it, but yeah, 20 seconds before Roshan could spawn. Tinker again needing to get to the shop. You have Terrorblade over here. There is a ward, an observer ward even on the shop.
I will say, Tinker has spent a lot of time killing creeps, but he hasn't gotten a whole lot of experience. He's falling pretty far behind, actually, in experience. He's behind the Tidehunter even, and that missile mini stun is pretty valuable.
So Terrorblade does get the Sunder cooldown over the 300 attack range.
Yeah, he has the mobility from the Blink Dagger and the Boots of Travel. As a result, we'll be jumping into the fight. Z-Freak going for a BKB of his own on the Spirit Breaker, looking to just be more disruptive. BKB finished on Nusham as well. Just really itemizing to counter this Tinker. They know that, and the Ravage, of course. Those are really where all the eggs are in terms of Complexity's basket.
Big basket they got.
Big circular Complexity basket.
3,000, 3,300 gold even on Phantom Assassins. So yeah, the Abyssal Blade been pretty juicy right now. There's the Scythe finally purchased by Tinker. Has enough for a buyback still. Just enough, in fact. Did the math, and they're chasing. Bane, catch him. Going in on Darkseer in the backlands as well. Fight indeed. The rocket spam coming. Bane. He will survive it though, and now Spirit Breaker is the one that's caught. BKB committed by Sammy Boy. The vacuum's not going to connect, but oh, one more attack needed. He gets it. And after that engagement, all that dies is Z-Freak on the Spirit Breaker.
And AoE Surge by Brax is giving Team a massive amount of mobility.
Oh, the 20 talent, yeah.
Look at this.
That is crazy. charging in. Roshan up in 10 seconds.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Tier 2 top tower first. Metaform probably going to wear off by the time they would even attempt a Roshan here. But again, there's a double Ravage, so it's not the easiest thing to do either. Yeah, let's see, we surge with how it works now. It's insane. There's
4-second downtime. So they're pretty much all at like 800 movement speed.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
And they see Roshan's up. Oh, double damage.
Thanks, Gaben.
Yeah, it's like Roshan attempt. Okay, the scan, it hits as if they're doing Roshan, and now it's not though. So yeah, they're aware that they're definitely not committing to Roshan. But no doubt scared as the map is very dark for them now. Just got this observer ward down here in the middle. Taking a smoke up here. Yep. Equilibrium already popped. There's a surge. One cost Spear Breaker. New Sham, the little bit of discoordination
on Miracle.
I'm gonna go the Ravage with the BKB. The Sanity's Eclipse. Lion's already dead. They get the kill on a PA. She has a buyback. There's a refresher used from death. He blinks out though. They're gonna be out Lion. God, that surge. All together.
Yeah, Miracle still has BKB. He died so fast that he wasn't able to use anything. 17k net worth for Team.
Yeah, that Eclipse very good against VA. Phantom Assassin.
This is not looking good for CompLexity right now.
No. BKB reactions have also been pretty clutch. Another case of where he goes for the Ravage, and in that case, OD able to avoid it. And Roshan Spearbreaker's going to charge on through. Oh, got him. Sleep does catch. And now the stun and Z-Freak. Well, he tried. BKB big Ravage as the Ravage does hit, and they get the kill on OD this time. The crit comes through. Buyback from OD though. Sand King trying to find his target. PA going out on Terrorblade. Terrorblade's low. He has a Sunder. He cannot get it off though. No, the lockdown too much. He buys back there. Everyone's coming back to the fight. Tinker in the midst of it. No mana left. He has to blink out as he does. And TP back to base. Sand King dies.
Right now.
He will buy back too. So everyone is up right now. Just a matter of buybacks.
And they go right back into the pit. No Ravages available.
And they come with the
They're just going to give this up.
Yeah. It's a little too scary now. And so Refresher and Refresher and Aegis going to OD. Going to give up the cheese eventually to somebody else. Bane has it now.
CompLexity going to look to try and take a fight, maybe as far away from the base as possible around this bottom tier 2. But they're definitely going to be sticking together. Miracle just went off in that fight, as PAs tend to do at this stage in the game.
Yeah. Level 25, 5% coup de grace.
Refresher though on OD, that means double Sanities, double Hex, double BKB, double Shiva's Guard. It's a pretty scary prospect to fight into. And they have no Ravages for the next 60 seconds. But Sammy Boy just farming. He's not looking like they're actually going to push.
Surge though allows him to move quickly.
Tinker Gaming. 343.
Yeah. Got to be a scary spot to be in.
Just playing the human ward. There is a courier coming down this way.
I'm watching their vision. Nope, they aren't going to see him. Nope, he'll be fine. Refresher just picked up by Phantom Assassin. All right.
He has 2 rapiers queued up as well.
Why not? Yeah, Abyssal Blade BKB. Big reasons for that.
Yeah, really needs to be able to kill whoever he goes on, otherwise the fight is going to be pretty unwinnable.
Zoom, zoom, zoom. All I can think of whenever I see this. Terrorblade AC is finished. Tank up even more against that Phantom Assassin.
54 armor.
Playing that's Tidehunter up here. Even got his own Ghost Scepter now. So with the Aegis, the Cheese, the Shard, team is still not really pushing too aggressive. They are pushing in the lane bottom. Airblade is trying to push out the lane top. Obviously, Complexity strategy is to stall that as much as possible, and especially with Tinker to do so. But Lump spending a lot of time in the fountain, and you know, for good reason.
Yeah, there's no buyback. No buyback on Terrorblade, PA, OD. Tinker is 1,000 gold short. No buyback on Sand King, Spirit Breaker, or the Bane. So we're probably going to be sitting here for a while while we wait for those to come back off cooldown. Remember, this is the last game that either of these teams will play before going to the minor.
Yeah. It's completely understandable. The pace is definitely slowing down, especially in this series. From last game to this game. What is on the line. Make sure you do everything, of course. A big event would be a big deal for both of these teams, no doubt.
Maybe the first land for team.
Yeah.
And Complexity with this new roster. Obviously had the one appearance at the DreamHack minor, but
Radiant are scanning.
any amount of DPC points is going to help their cause.
The wages of fear.
Going on over here, that was a Radiant scan. Just it's them going for the 50-minute bounty rune. There's a double damage down here that's pinged out now. Sure, let's come down to get it as apparently his blur is bugged. Just as confused as we are. Goes away when he uses it on our base.
Weird.
That
So
is
team says that's because we're shadow amuleted in your base, and then they all pop out and kill them.
Yeah, as we can see that shouldn't be the case, but I guess, oh well, hopefully, I don't know if it doesn't feel like that's something a reconnect's gonna fix, but
That sounds more of like a server-side issue.
yeah. Keep an eye on that, I guess. Can catch it next time, but he just gave away he's in the base. Shocker.
Yep.
The unpause and this double damage rune. It's like Terrorblade already has a double damage rune active.
Why not have two?
Yeah. Double the double damage. 4 times the damage. Is that how it works? Probably not.
Double damage.
OD picks up his, so both cores now have a double damage active. Okay. Just gonna run through the Radiant jungle. We're looking at Complexity though. I mean, they're camping. They're AFK.
Yep.
Are scanning.
Limp,
Even
sitting in the fountain. 343, reading Reddit.
all right. They are gonna smoke though. Blur's active. Pushing out that middle lane. Double Ravage is ready. See team all on the top side though. They're gonna group on this hill once again. They did this last time. It looks like they were at least, but never mind.
I think they probably saw that crit dagger come out mid.
Oh yeah, they gave away.
Yep, they immediately ping out this bottom lane as well. And Ice Mike says, play around these two wards, guys. This is where we should play the game. It's total stalemate right now. BKBs or buybacks are coming back up very soon for most of the key heroes.
Yeah, I've had it on the top for a while, but yeah, a minute and a half about. But about 2 minutes, not only will the buybacks be up, but Roshan could potentially be up too. So we're just gonna do another round of Roshan with buybacks ready.
Brax has a Blink Dagger now and a gem. He's going for a Lotus Orb next. Deciding between that and a BKB. Opting for the Lotus Orb. Pretty good against the Tinker Hex. One of the best ways to counter that hero at this point in the game.
Yeah, I guess we didn't really analyze it too much, but what do you think about the PA refresher? Because to me that seems like a backpack item, if anything. Technically, he still has another slot.
Yeah, it seems a little early, but at the same time, it is kind of in that spot where he needs to be able to just like jump on the OD and bash him down. And the OD is pretty tanky, so he wants to be able to refresh the Abyssal Blade and that BKB as well. So I think it's okay.
Yeah. I mean, at this rate, he potentially will have another item anyways to make it a backpack item. Yeah, buybacks are starting to come off cooldown for nearly everyone. Again, about 30 seconds. That'll be the case for sure. There's still a refresher shard on Devour. Refresher orb being built by Devour. Oh, yep. Not World Devour, that is.
Yeah, we haven't seen any nullifiers picked up recently. I don't know if it's just a dead item according to these guys or what, but that is something that you would normally see on a hero like a PA that wants to dive in and kill somebody.
I'm trying to remember, did nullifier get changed? It doesn't really look. Oh, well, they're gonna engage. OD bashed on up. There's one Ravage. Asleep though, helping things out. And in a minute to be bashed around. OD cannot move this whole time. The bash, the double Ravage comes out and he does die 2 minutes. He has a buyback though. The pull in with a vacuum on top of the wall. Terribly and a form. However, he's going to be hexed up from Tinker. You see the laser bouncing around. OD buys back again. He's looking to come back in the fight as soon as possible. Death with this double Ravage on cooldown. He's attempting to TP out. Now can they stop him? Mike's not going for it. He cannot. The Sunder from Sammy Boy up on top of Z Freak. He is dead. PA, of course, buying back herself. So that start looked pretty for CompLexity. The double Ravage, they locked down OD, but Phantom Assassin ended up going down as well.
Yeah, and OD actually has everything up because he died without being able to BKB, Hex, or use the Refresher or Sanities. So Sammy Boy doesn't have his BKB, and he may be in trouble here, but OD is at full strength.
I want to get some chase, but he'll Sunder his teammate. And he'll be fine. Piece away, so finally a big clash.
Roche is up.
Exactly, Roche up. The buyback situation now is both Phantom Assassin and OD is buyback, so gonna be on cooldown. Lion as well as part of that list. Not as crucial.
OD and PA being the big ones. But even if PA, or even if OD goes down, they still have the Terrorblade.
Yeah,
Tinker
PA
not.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Tinker doesn't have quite the same carry potential, at least as far as ending the game.
Yeah. OD, or no, excuse me, PA didn't even use the Refresher Orb that he had built there, so clearly I was watching the Outward Devour go down in that fight, but I don't know if he just simply killed himself too quickly or what.
Yeah, Miracle just got full duration Fiend's Grip actually is what happened.
That makes sense then. Oh yeah, with the Enfeeble on top perhaps. That duration is insane.
And nobody canceled IX Mike's Fiend's Grip. They were all playing kind of around limp spam, and the PA was just a little bit too far out.
Tidehunter did get the cooldown reduction. So that Ravage, double Ravage even, is ready to go for him at this point.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
No free rapier stab.
Pressure on Terrorblade though. Got that double damager and still Lotus Orb coming up as he gets hexed. There's the rockets, the laser, the charge to pull him in, but not gonna work. Going right for the racks and see him melee racks. There's the initiation from Death. The Ravage coming out, the finger of Death. They do kill Terrorblade in time.
They burn both Ravages. Lose the melee racks, but PB is dead. So we're gonna see another reset here.
I am actually surprised they gave the Aegis to OD, honestly. Especially at that point. I mean, Terrorblade's your Sieger.
Yeah, no buyback on OD.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. double Ravage used for that. Jeez, I didn't even see the second one. Used it quickly. Phantom Assassin, Divine Rapier, here we go. Not yet, but it's queued up.
It feels like you need something to break this game open. They really... CompLexity has not left their side of the map in about 15 minutes.
No, they haven't. Nope. So as much as they can hold, it's... Yeah, how do they win the game? Is that ultimate question, and obviously trying to capitalize off a lack of a buyback, but this is where it gets dangerous because if you're team, you're not forcing anything. Like they could just sit back and wait for OD and his buyback to be ready and make sure that they don't overcommit, because they are not in a rush to finish this game right now. As odd as that sounds, as we're an hour in. They are not.
Yeah, they're gonna take the slow, methodical approach. Keep the lanes shoved. Get Sammy Boy back with meta. He still has buyback. They're gonna slowly walk down a lane. They're gonna try and take another tier 3 tower into the march and missile spam, and then they're gonna reset and do it again. Over and over and over until the game ends.
3 hours later. Longest Dota game ever. I'm up for it.
Getting pretty late where you are, huh?
I'm good. East Coast represent. Yeah, I'm sure some of these players too, but obviously, you know, they're gamers, right? It's not that big of a deal.
This is when they're waking up usually anyway.
Yeah, just to start the grind, yeah. OD, he's even got an on-disc queued up. Look at his inventory though. He has a refresher shard, a refresher orb, a cheese, and an Aegis. On Royoya, that's ridiculous.
Pretty tanky. Let's take out these shrines now. At least attempt to.
Oh wow, they are very close to one another.
Yeah, Death does have a Shadow Blade, so extra initiation tool. Nushim. Oh my gosh, they are right next to each other.
Yes. Well, surprised they haven't jumped yet. Either side. TPing out, it sounds like. Okay. Oh, that's Tinker at least. Yeah, strap pause. Where's Dark Series over here? And they
no
one's
disconnect or
showing.
anything.
Yeah, no, I genuinely think it could be a strap pause. No one's showing. I'm checking the visions to make sure that they can't see them in this pause, but doesn't look like it. Over what exactly where they want to go from here. You see Tidehunter pinging out pretty much the exact location where they are. You got the heart on Sand King, and I almost feel like that's for a Sunder play potentially. To heal on up Terrorblade if he needs it.
It also just makes him super tanky. He can sit in the middle of everything with the Sandstorm forever, pretty much with that.
Well, so he has that, and I mean, he's definitely getting the Sandstorm slow and blind, right? Especially with the heart. Now with the new Sandstorm.
Yeah, you'd think so.
That is
the
really
slow
good.
sounds really powerful, actually.
Yeah. Radius?
Yeah, definitely.
So he is almost there. As Bane did DC. This is probably not the most fun Spirit Breaker game. I mean, let's be honest. Really not a game where you're having fun. Although playing a Tinker in a game like this, that must be crazy. So much mind power as far as constantly the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah, both teams. This is definitely gonna be one of those where it's like the ending fight is just gonna be super chaos and probably plenty of mistakes being made, but you know, the mental fortitude to grind through all these games with this much on the line is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And they reset, refocus, team. Gonna push out their bottom lane.
Anyone else? 25 we haven't looked at. Oh yeah, Parallel Wall picked up by Darkseer.
Nice.
I don't even know if we've seen that come into play yet, to be honest, but The way he has it now. Tinker. You get it with the heat-seeking missile mini stun. Tidehunter. I think that's it. I mentioned Sand King, the possibility there.
Spell Lifesteal on the OD.
Yep. What's Lions? AoE Hex.
Yeah,
Hell
that'll
yeah.
be taken. That will be taken. Instantly dispels all of the Terrorblade illusions.
Now the question is, does Bane get the 7-second Fiend's Grip? Plus. Makes it a 12-second Fiend's Grip potentially.
Yeah, it is pretty ridiculous.
Under attack.
I mean, he did get the entire thing off last fight.
And you throw an Enfeeble up on them too, so that'd be like what?
Has fallen.
That's, you get the talent, 12 seconds.
Long enough.
Plus 6 at least, so 18 seconds, like 19-second Fiend's Grip potential. I mean, obviously it should never last that long, but one way or the other.
Alright, Terrorblade, 45,000 net worth. He is very farmed. Does he have any slots left? Does he have full backpack? I'm working on it. Just has 12k gold in the bank. He has a 3,600 gold buyback.
He actually has 12k gold, wow. Okay. What's the current gold button? Key, current gold. Yeah, he's up there. 6,800 on Tinker. 5,000 on PA.
Double damage.
A lot of gold being saved up. Terrorblade just get another double damage.
Lots of
That's been
double
saved up.
damage.
There we go. BKB's going right for the tower. However, they still have fortification.
And no BKB available now.
Yeah. I mean, he knew that was up.
He has the refresher. He's just going to go for it again.
So, does he wait for the meta to... Okay, no.
Nope.
The answer's no. BKB going in again, going for the tower. They charge him, though. They do not want to get this over free. The bash, the Abyssal Blade, reflected. Well, the Sword on a Miracle as well, so he gets to jump out. Out comes one Ravage. Second one not going to be used just yet in the back lines. Duchamp jumped in.
Found
The
Tinker.
epicenter, they found Limp. Limp's in trouble at the BKB, though, and he blinks out, so he's going to be good for the timing. Hex up on a Sand King as well. Nobody death throw out just yet. Finally, Terrorblade is able to focus on the tower, though. Double Ravage. Okay, the second Ravage is still good for Tidehunter.
Are there two walls there? I can't tell.
It looks like it, actually, yeah.
This is not very far apart.
Yeah, that is interesting, actually, but I believe there is. Those mini stuns coming in from the rockets, but yeah, no one died, right? No one even died the whole time.
No, just the racks.
Radiant's
4
bottom
racks
tower
does go down. Team continues to just chip away at Complexity's base, and Complexity continues to slowly lose this game.
Well, everyone actually has a buyback. Nothing but yeses there. Dang.
They do have one Ravage, and Complexity, I feel like they kind of need to change something up, because they're just sitting in their base waiting to lose at this point.
You gotta take a risk eventually. It's not pretty, I mean, but exactly. You're playing to not lose the game rather than playing to win at this point. Or who knows, maybe that's just us saying that because this game's lasting forever, but...
Another refresher put on Sammy Boy. He has the orb. I mean, they can just continue to go every time. I assume they'll just wait for meta to come off cooldown and then just go again with 2 extra metas and BKB charges.
20 seconds on Roshan. Probably. What is this, number 6? I don't know. Who cares? Roshan number whatever. Post 3.
IX Mike going for that Aether Lens, so you gotta believe that Fiend's Grip cooldown is coming as well. Or the duration, rather.
Oh, the Tidehunter gets caught. The Brosport kind of missed where their death is able to get off the ultimate.
crit.
And Bane is dying. The big crit indeed, but Ryoya eats the cheese. He'll be fine. He's going to be hexed up by Limp, though, with his own BKB. But Sammy Boy finds Limp. Limp has to be careful with the Terrorblade in his face. They're locking on OD.
Go down.
Hitting the clips just yet. Left and right now. PA does fall, though, to the Terrorblade. He buys back immediately, as does Tinker. So both went down. Ryoya, he still has his Sanity's Eclipse. Looks like he might have used one with a refresher, but no doubt Team coming out on top of the fight. Multiple buybacks used by CompLexity. 3 in total. So yeah, again,
got cut out.
Yeah. They lock down the OD, but Terrorblade is unstoppable. His damage is so intense.
And he's tied. He's still just a walking ultimate. He contributes 2 nice stuns, which can be BKB'd, and after that, he's just a body soaking up damage.
Yeah. Son of the Darks here. Going up. Yeah, not a very fast Roshan taking team. Said that before, but another example here. Gonna be easy in the end, though. Spirit Breaker has a moon shard on him. That attack speed, more bash procs.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Sure, why not?
I mean, he definitely gets the greater bash chance, right? Over the health. Especially this attack speed.
I mean, you need something. You need some way to continue to lock down the OD and the Terrorblade, but they're losing tier 3. They have no glyph.
There's the BKB. No fortification means easy kill. So as far as the mega creeps go, I mean, there still is plenty of racks up. Both the middle racks. You got the top range and the bottom range. We're not at that level just yet. There's the refresher orb. He still has a shard. It's on a 40-second cooldown, though. The Hex actually himself, though. Now comes the Ravage from Death, but the Sanity of the Eclipse melts him. He buys back immediately. He does have a second Ravage. Possibly coming out soon. BKB is limp, runs in, puts the laser up. The Hex it up Terrorblade to sleep on top of that. Terrorblade gets bursted down the day gun. He buys back. Gonna be TPing back in with the bots level 2 in the back left. Ryoya gets locked in with the bash proc from Z-Freak. Z-Freak doing what he can on top of the Fiend Screen finally comes out, and that's gonna be a kill on to Z-Freak. He's gonna have to buy back though. As well, they have another Sanity's Eclipse by the way.
Too. Glyph is popped.
And there's a fort.
Refresher shard in 15 seconds for Sammy Boy. Gonna wait for that for BKB and meta before he goes in. Nushim tanking things with his heart.
Trying to get the melee racks. Death goes back in again. This time, no ultimate. The finger of death. I'm pretty sure he might have killed himself with the Lotus Orb. Anyway, Sunder onto OD. Saved by the Terrorblade for the time being. He has another Sunder coming back up. May use it on teammate. As he pops a refresher, he's going in with the Metaform. Z-Freak locking down Ryoya. It's not going to matter. Down goes Z-Freak. There goes the racks. That Metaform doing work. Sammy Boy is still a little bit lower on life. Never mind. He pops a cheese. They go right for the top racks as well. This will be mega creeps, and we finally might see the breakthrough from Team at this point. The horn is blowing. Mega creeps are spawning, and now it's tier 4 time. Team, are they going to the minor? It looks like it. 34,000 net worth lead. A last stand from CompLexity. Stun from Nushim though. Stun. Stunning in Miracle gets stunned as he jumps in. He's dead for 2 minutes.
Game over.
Death is gonna fall, and that should do it. Tinker just spamming from the fountain, but it's a lost cause. GG, well played. Team will take game 3, and they're going to Bucharest.
The return of Brax and IX Mike.